Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. What I wanted to go over today are my top tips for reconnecting with yourself. I think it's pretty fair to say that things are still very up in the air at the moment, and although we're trying to get back into the swing of things, sometimes you just completely forget to really check in with yourself and see where you're at. So I wanted to go through a few of the things that I try to do every now and then to really just reconnect with my inner needs and myself and make sure I'm just kind of moving in the right direction. So just a quick reminder, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. That would really help me out. Now let's get into some of my top tips. So the first one I'm going to call my little internal thank you ritual. And what I mean by that is, I guess it's quite similar to practicing gratitude, but it's just for little things like if someone does something for me at work without me having to ask, or I'm driving to the supermarket and the perfect car park opens up, or I just have a really good session of Pilates or something and I'm moving my body. So I just like to kind of unconsciously say thank you and really just take a quick moment to pause and reflect on whatever that thing is that's happened, and just think thank you to me, the universe, other people, whoever, whatever it is that's brought that really nice situation into my life for the day. The next thing I like to do is check in with some of the grounding relationships in my life. So for me, that would be my family, whether I text or call my parents or connect with my sister, or even just a friend who I haven't had a kind of more deep and meaningful conversation with for a little while. And maybe it will just be a long exchange of texts back and forth, or trying to tee up a time to call them or physically meet up with them, and really just committing to that in your calendar and in your schedule as well. Because I'm the kind of person that if I make a plan, I will not cancel on you. Like, I am genuinely going to be there. If we said at 10 a.m. Sunday, 3 weeks from now, I will absolutely be there, because I put such a high value on connecting in with those kind of really grounding people in your life. And I guess those are going to be the people that really truly know you the best. And they're going to do a little check-in with you as well, because we can all tell if something's a little bit off with our close friends. And these are just things that would skate right over the head of an acquaintance. So I do think it is really essential to just keep those regular check-ins. And if you haven't done one for a while, take a chance right now and text somebody and set one up. The next ritual I really am trying to focus on lately, now that I am back into the office a few days a week, is sleep. And that is so essential, because I have gone from delaying my gym classes to be later in the day, or of course when the gyms were all closed, I could just kind of sleep in and exercise whenever. But now that I'm back on a schedule and I've kind of got a bit more of a set routine, I really need to prioritize getting my, 7 or 8 hours of sleep every night. And that's what's going to leave me bouncing back with the best energy throughout the day and really able to focus on all of my tasks. So I have a little reminder in my phone, and when it gets to 11 p.m, that is it. Like, that is the time that I should already be in bed. So because I know that that's kind of the time I want to be asleep and lights already off, then I kind of set my alarm for about 10:30. There's a reminder at 10:45. And these are to just get rid of things like screen time that are definitely no good for me and going to keep me awake. So even if I'm texting my partner, I'm like, screen time finished, and we both agree that's like lights out, good time to go to bed. So that is something that I will always try and prioritize. Another thing I've really enjoyed getting back into lately is making smoothies, and I do love a really nourishing whole foods green smoothie, and you just can't go past one. I will leave my recipe for one down below if you would like to see what I put in mine, but I just try and cram as many nutrients and vitamins and things in there as possible. And I just know that by drinking that, I'm doing something really good for my body, and I'm getting a really good hit of vegetables and fruits, and it just makes me feel like I'm making a really good start to the day. Another thing that has been really good for me lately is swapping from going to a gym and doing some pretty hardcore HIIT classes to doing Pilates. So I still do go to a gym 2 days a week, but now instead of doing that 5 days a week, I've got 3 days where I do a Pilates class. And I have a dance background, so it really has allowed me to reconnect back in with that side of myself, and I'm finding my core strength has improved, which has helped with a lot of back pain. I am feeling more flexible, and it's just a really peaceful and calming environment, and it is kind of quite a feminine activity, I suppose, and I just feel like my energy levels have just really calmed down, and I'm really reconnecting back in with that divine feminine. So I really do enjoy now that I've got Pilates as part of my routine instead. Another tip is to have actual downtime. And I know so many of us think that downtime is like sitting on the couch and scrolling through your phone and mindlessly doing that, but I don't actually find that activity to be too mindless, because you might still be replying to people's stories, taking in a lot of content, or reading an in-depth article. And I don't think that those things are always completely relaxing. So for me, downtime is really just setting aside some time to go for a walk, maybe listen to a podcast, or even just listen to nothing and just enjoy the sounds of nature and being outside and noticing some of the elements like the sun on your skin and things like that. My next tip is breathing and learning a breathing technique. I can also link that down below. I have done a video on the box breathing technique, which is really great for reducing stress and anxiety and being able to calm yourself down in really overwhelming situations. So I think it's just kind of like prevention is better than the cure. So it's really good to have a strategy in place, and that breathing technique has become a real strategy of mine. So anytime I start to feel a lot of overwhelm coming on, something sort of ticks in the back of my brain, and it just reminds me that I know how to do this breathing thing, and it may or may not always work, but I can absolutely give it a go, and it's just a practice that I've really tried to introduce lately. My last tip is nothing new, but it's something that a lot of us have really gotten into recently, and that is meditation. I know that it used to be a little bit woo-woo and people would just do meditation that were like more in the yoga sphere, but I really love that meditation is so accessible now. There are plenty of incredible apps that can really guide you through very simple meditations, and it's just something that I like to even try and practice at least once a week, because I find that my mind is getting stiller the more that I practice, and I can really start to see the benefits of why so many people recommend doing meditation, and especially doing it regularly. Well, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little set of tips for how I reconnect with myself, and I hope that you can do at least one of these for yourself this week and try and reconnect in with all the different parts of you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.